This is the deluxe case that came with the 512 higher model Steam Deck. It's a half-decent case, but you know, it's a little flimsy. It's not the greatest case in the world. It does the trick. It's a little harder than a soft shell and a little softer than a hard shell. It does have, some decent protection on the inside of it, but it's not fantastic. And you know what? If you've got a Steam Deck, you've got an investment on your hands. And when you've got an investment like that, you want to protect it. And you know what? This is not doing the trick. So a company named Devaso reached out to me and offered to send me a case for review. And I'm going to show it to you here. Hashtag free product, of course. But my review is my own. I've been testing this case for over a week now. I've put it through its paces. I've done all kinds of crazy things to it. And I'm going to show you the results here on this video. But I'm going to be picking up another one of these. They're going to be sending me another one very soon. And I will be raffling that off. Or not raffling. I will be running a contest to some of you Steam Deck owners to get one of these cases for free. So follow me on Twitter if you don't already, at NerdMovie1, and join the conversation there. I will be running a contest to give one of these away for free. And look in the description of this video because there will be coupons to the first 15 to 20 lucky people who watch this video and claim one of these coupon codes. You will get, I believe, 10% off. So check the description for more details on that. But without any further ado, this is the Devaso Steam Deck case. Now, this may look familiar to you. For those of you who have ever worked in a technical job, an electronics job, or even construction with expensive tools, you may be familiar with the Pelican case. The Pelican case is an extremely well-respected case for protecting expensive electronics like testing equipment and even expensive drills and hand tools and things like that that need protecting. They need to be waterproof. They need to be shock resistant. This is rock hard. You're going to be seeing some crazy B-roll with this. Inside, it has laser cut foam. There's a foam egg carton top here. There's a whole bunch of different cutouts here available for you to customize what you want to do with this case. So I just have the basic cutout taken out for the Steam Deck. There's another one here that you can pull out so that you can put your charging cable if you want. There are slots here for extra thumb grips and things of that nature. There are other slots which I've taken out of these areas to where you can have larger thumb sticks, for example, if you've got extended thumb sticks or whatever, you want to protect them in the case. This case is fantastic. And, as I said, my opinions are my own on this. This is not a Pelican case. To the best of my knowledge, this is, I don't want to say knockoff because this is extremely well done. This is inspired by the Pelican cases that major industries use to protect their multi-million-dollar equipment at some point. The military uses them, major telecom companies use them, and they use them because this offers the best protection in the industry. Now this, as I say, this is not, to the best of my knowledge, this is not an actual Pelican case that has been rebranded, but this is inspired by it in the very best way. They claim on the ad listing that this is waterproof. I would say it's water resistant. So what we're going to do here, and sorry for the weird camera angle here, but I've filled up this bathtub here just so that we can test out the water resistance or waterproof nature of this Devaso case. So what I've done, I'm not crazy, I took the Steam Deck out of the case, folks, and what I did was I lined the area where the Steam Deck would sit with paper towel under the assumption that the paper towel is going to show immediately any moisture that may have gotten into the case. So I've already had this in the water once, and we're just going to see how this is going to hold up. So the first thing we're going to do is just throw it in the water. And guess what? The case floats. So if you're up at the cottage and you're playing your Steam Deck up on the deck, you put it in its case and you put it down and somebody kicks it off into the water, guess what? The case floats, and it floats really well. So that's a major protection that you're not going to get out of the included Steam Deck case. That thing will sink like a rock. So the next thing we're going to do here is we're going to submerge this under the water, and we're going to see if any moisture moves its way into that paper towel in the center of the case. So let's see here. It's actually fairly hard to push under because it's full of air and foam. I'm going to hold this underneath here so you can see there's no camera tricks or anything like that. Of course, I'm not going to hold it for long because I can't hold your attention for long just sitting here. But let's just see under a short situation here, 20, 30 seconds, whether this thing is going to stay dry or not. All right, you think it's time to pull it up? Is this a decent enough test? All right, let's pull it up. We'll give it a bit of a shake here. I'll maybe take a towel and just wipe off the outside a little bit so that we don't contaminate the inside when we open it. Alright, that's got most of the water off the inside. Now let's open it up. Alright, now you can see there is a little bit of moisture in this corner here and a little bit of moisture in this corner here. So I probably wouldn't want to leave it submerged for a very long time. However, the area where the Steam Deck sits is pretty darn dry. There is a little bit of moisture in this corner that you can see. So I would not call this waterproof, as the website claims, but I would say it's pretty water resistant. Let's take the dry area here and see if we can find where any of that moisture was. Nope, there's no moisture down in there. I think we just got a little bit coming in around the corners of the hinges here. So I would not recommend submerging this case, but the good news is that this case floats. So it is not naturally going to submerge itself if you drop it in the water. And I think I can say with some degree of certainty that if you drop this in the water, in a fountain at a park or something like that, it's going to float, you're going to be able to grab it, and at the end of the day, your Steam Deck is going to be fine. It just adds an extra layer of protection and an extra layer of confidence when you're out and about that, there is a little bit of moisture in here. So, I'm not suggesting that you submerge it, but as I say, the great news is it's kind of hard to submerge this because it floats really, really well. Great little carrying case. It clips together, very satisfying. It's a well-made case. The hinges are fantastic. If you take a look at the hinges here, it's got a large metal pin that runs through several pieces of the hinge. This is not going to break on you in any kind of regular use. So keep that in mind when you look at the price of these. They are a little more expensive than you would pay for some fabric or hard shell case. You're gonna pay, $30 or $40, $45 for, say, a Satisfy case for your Nintendo Switch or something. This might be approaching twice or half again that price, but it's worth it, folks. It keeps your Steam Deck dry, it keeps it well protected, shock resistant. You can drop this and there's so much shock resistance in there. Now, disclaimer, I'm not warrantying your Steam Deck if you do something stupid with it, but in my experience, I have been able to put this thing through its paces and it's absolutely fantastic. So let's take a look at some of the things that I have done to this case up to this point to just prove a point of how fantastic this is and why you need this case if you have an expensive Steam Deck that you want to protect. You dare me to? survive. It survived.